An alarming story, to put it mildly. HHS Secretary RFK Jr. is calling for reforms to the U.S. organ donation system. This comes after an investigation unearthed a whole lot of reports of doctors, American doctors, trying to remove organs from patients who still showed signs of life, brain activity. Secretary Kennedy says, quote, "Our findings showed that hospitals allowed the organ procurement process to begin when patients showed signs of life, and this is horrifying. The entire system must be fixed to ensure every potential donor's life is treated with the sanctity it deserves." So let's bring in the HHS organ transplant chief, Dr. Raymond Lynch. Doctor, thank you for joining us on this. Going to read you this quick New York Times headline. Doctors were preparing to move their organs. Then they woke up. A federal investigation found a Kentucky nonprofit pushed hospital workers towards surgery despite signs of revival in patients. Does this shock and horrify you as much as it does a layperson like me to hear?
Yeah, I think everybody has a right to expect better from the system than what we saw in our investigation.
To not be murdered, essentially.
Well, so
to have your organs harvested.
To be clear, the investigation did not find that. This was that the individuals were not being appropriately evaluated, meaning that they weren't doing a good job or an acceptable job identifying the individuals who could be organ donors.
All right, well, let's talk about this, though. The study that your organization carried out found at least 28 patients may not have been deceased at the time organ procurement was initiated. So how do you, I mean, what is that? What do you describe that as?
So not to get too into the details, and I'm not in any way undercutting the investigation here and the need to do better. But what we found in our investigation was that those 28 individuals did not have a time of death, meaning that, again, this organ procurement organization, the group that the federal government pays to do this work, it was finding individuals who did not go on to pass away. That does not mean that they had an operation to recover their organs, but it does mean that they got care that was inappropriate to them.
I see. Okay, thank you for clarifying. That is an important distinction there. What are some other, out of 103 cases, the HHS study found 29.3% showed concerning features?
Yeah, so this is something, again, that I want to stress that we expect better of the system. The main features here were that they were not doing an adequate job identifying patients who could be organ donor candidates, or if they made that initial assessment, that they didn't update it in light of new clinical information, and that they didn't work collaboratively with these hospitals and show appropriate respect and deference to the wishes of the family.
I see. All right, well, doctor, we have to leave it there. Thank you for taking time out with us. We wish you the best going forward reforming this.
Thank you.
What a story.